This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
This is Donate Life Month, and coming up, we hear from a man whose life was saved by an organ donor. Hi everyone, I hope today is going great for you. I'm Ken Carr with your local information. April is known nationally as Donate Life Month. Nearly 50% of current driver's license and identification card holders are registered organ donors. That's more than 5 million Pennsylvanians. PennDOT recently teamed up with the State Department of Health and Pennsylvania organ donation organizations to encourage others to register as an organ donor.
Right now, more than 100,000 people nationally are awaiting life-saving organ transplants, and 7,000 of those individuals are right here in Pennsylvania. Every 10 minutes, someone is told they need a life-saving transplant. Every day, 20 people in the United States die awaiting a life-saving transplant. These statistics highlight the vital importance of staff at PennDOT's licensing centers and the work of everyone here today to promote awareness of this cause. More than 90% of donor designation happens at licensing centers like this one. Staff at our licensing centers play a critical role in saving lives.
My name is Ron Gooden, and I am a heart recipient. I received my gift of life November 22nd, 2011. And I just want to share a little bit of my story. I live in Allegheny County in Hampton Township with my wife, Dee Dee. We have two adult children, Derek and Amanda. So ironically, my story started roughly about 45 years ago, this time when I was in college. I was being evaluated to play in the National Football League, and at that time, during the physical, they had told me that I had a slightly enlarged heart. The doctor had said that, quite naturally, a lot of people are walking around with slightly enlarged hearts, so I didn't even worry about it. So as the years went on, raising a family and just living life, November of 2010, I started to noticing myself slowing down, you know, and just being an athlete, former athlete, you're always trying to push through things. So at that time, I actually went and I saw my PCP, and they did some blood work, and the next thing I know, I was taking stress tests and all kind of things. So moving into February of 2011, I was actually I went to the heart failure clinic at Allegheny General Hospital, and we met with the doctors, and they had said that my heart was enlarged. I had cardiomyopathy, and they had said for years I've been kind of cruising in heart failure, and now I've taken a dive. I think the bottom line to all of this and sharing my story is that, you know, being an organ donor is a choice. And with that choice, you have to be educated. You know, multiple organs can help up to 8 individuals. You know, tissue and cornea can help up to 75 individuals. I remember my daughter saying to me just shortly after, she goes, "Dad, I remember when you took me to the DMV and said, you know, they asked the question, do you want to be an organ donor?" And at that time, I didn't know much about organ donation. I said, yeah, that's a good thing. And she said, you know, years later, I couldn't imagine how it has impacted our family's life.
For all of you who don't know, I am a donor family representative. And I'm not going to cry because this is a happy moment to see somebody like Ron share his story because he was able to receive a heart. So, like he said with his daughter, when my son was 16 years old, he asked me about organ donation. Very responsible young man, Eagle Scout, good kid, very service-focused all through high school and college, graduated from Penn State. And I said, yes, you definitely want to consider that, but here's the information, and he checked the box. Of course, my daughter's checked the box, I've checked the box. And one would never know the significant impact that would make by checking the box. Because 2 years ago, my son was in a traumatic accident, had a head injury, which was a brain injury, and he would not survive that. And when we were at the hospital, we sat in a room with all of our family and talked about what that would mean. And for my son, Anthony, it meant that his organs would go to 8 people: his heart, his lungs, his kidneys, his pancreas. He had skin and tissue and cornea transplants. So this is my son, Anthony. He was 24 years old. He is an organ donor. I'm also a registered organ donor. And as I have learned, that organ donation is not just significant when you sign up for your driver's license, but it's also significant to all the people in Pennsylvania and across the country that are waiting for organs and donations.
Today's news feature is brought to you by The Cheese Store and more. Go to their Facebook page to see their specials and check out their catering menu.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
Here's our weekend forecast from the National Weather Service. On Saturday, sunny with a high near 60 degrees, wind gusts as high as 20 miles per hour. Saturday night, mostly clear with a low around 34 degrees. Sunday, mostly sunny with a high near 62 degrees. Sunday night, a 60% chance of showers, mainly before 2 a.m., mostly cloudy with a low around 47 degrees. Monday, a 30% chance of showers, mostly cloudy with a high near 61 degrees. Monday night, mostly cloudy with a low around 49 degrees. On Tuesday, a 50% chance of showers, mostly cloudy with a high near 65 degrees. And Tuesday night, a 60% chance of showers, mostly cloudy with a low around 50 degrees. Coming up in sports, you'll see another Keeping Track segment with motorsport journalist Dino Alberto featuring local driver JT Ferry. Now here's a bonus clip with Dino talking about his 12-day trip to cover racing during Speed Week in Florida this past February.
Personally, I think for the highlight, though, for me, was 2 things. One, watching Matt Hirschman win his 200th career race, which was at New Smyrna, and it came in a 75-lap race, the John Blewett Memorial, which was really, really special. And then at the end of the week, going over to Daytona and covering some stuff there, but being invited to sit in a pit box, and not only a pit box, but the very first one at the end of pit road. It was with a good friend of mine, Jason Trincheri, formerly from Easton, who raced locally here at Mahoning Valley Speedway and at Evergreen Raceway, went on to Penn State, got an engineering degree, came up through the ranks, and is now the crew chief for Colleague Racing on their Xfinity team. And we were up there, and he is calling the shots for Landon Castle in the 10 car, and it was a pretty neat experience. All the computers and things like that right in front of us, and him watching the pit stops and really right on top of it. Right there, calling the action where they are, watching how he's making communications between himself and the driver and the team and the spotter upstairs, and it's just amazing.
SSPTV News will be right back.
First Friday in downtown Hazleton will take place on Friday, May 6th at 5 p.m. For more information and a full list of events, you can visit downtownhazleton.org. And that's today's Talk of the Town. Today's social report is brought to you by Harman Funeral Homes and Crematory with 2 locations in Drums and Rock Glen. For more information, you can call 570-384-3312, or you can also call 570-788-0977. You can also visit their website at harmanfuneral.com.